Good morning, fellow Nigerians. My name is just Adetoun. All right, so basically, yesterday I did a post. I had what do you call it? Instagram Live. Yesterday I did a post and I couldn't connect Facebook. So I just thought this morning I'll do the Facebook Live so that people won't start to see my post on different blogs. Because I realized that a lot of bloggers had carried it and it was not possible for me to share that post. Now, a lot of people will realize that during this election season, I've been very, very quiet because I don't think our problem started yesterday, and definitely it won't end there yesterday. So everybody is in the mood of expressing their agitation, their frustration, but we have been doing this every day. We keep, attacking the government, ensuring that they do the right thing. Now, one of the problems that I feel or I've seen, before I go on, please, if I'm going to say anything that would not make you happy or feel disappointed, I apologize before I go ahead. I just want to take the position of a mother, not a woman, and then reason things normally, like a responsible mother should reason. So I want you all to please, if you're not a woman or you're not a mother, just try and borrow, from my opinion this morning, and let's reason things together. One of the reasons why things have gone the way things are happening in our country is the fact that we don't ask questions. Our government have come to believe that they are not accountable. And I've realized that every 8 years or 4 years, there is this kind of emotions that run through a lot of us. We're always craving for change, but it's like anything that comes on our table at that point in time, we just accept it without asking questions, doing background checks, and all of that. And to the glory of God, I want to thank God for my life. If you have been following me or you have been seeing my posts, everything that is happening today, I have always prophesied it. One thing I've decided is I'll never open a church. There's no way I'll open a church. But any prophecy, once I open my mouth to say it, whether I tell you jokingly or I'm angry and I say it, be very sure that it will come to pass. Every of my posts, I always say it. Sooner than you think, there will be a revolution. It happened. I have said so many things, and not one of my prophecies will go without being accomplished. Now, the issue I want to discuss, or I want to look at critically today, is the issue of Lagos State's gubernatorial election. Number one, please and please, I want to implore every one of us, all through this election period, just Adetoun has been preaching peace and unity. If you have seen the song that I dropped, is on my YouTube page, just Adetoun Music. I was not in the country, and before I even left, I'd already done a song I wanted to release, a single that I wanted to release. Holy Spirit said to me, I have a special assignment for you. I came back to the country on Sunday. On Monday night, I sent a message to my band people and I said, we have to do this song. I got back to Nigeria on Tuesday morning around 6 a.m. From there, I went straight to the studio. I recorded that song, and within 3 days, the audio, the video, everything came out. God said, just continue to preach peace and unity. Preach peace and unity. And funny enough, if you look at this particular election, everybody has been talking about tribalism. Listen, let me tell you something. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one. Let us learn to stay together. People who stay together rise together. You stay together, you fall together. Let this generation not continue to behave as if our problems are different. Whatever challenges we are going through in Nigeria now, it is a common problem. When you want to marry, sleep with girls, do business with people, I don't think we put it on our head that this is this is that. No, there shouldn't be divisiveness, ethnicity divisiveness amongst us. It is allowing some people use it to ride on our mentality. Is this what the society is teaching us? Is this what we are growing into? Is it the fact that they took history off our curriculum in schools? That is why we are now socially building ourselves into tribal grievances, wars, agitation, discussions. This thing will not lead us anywhere. Whether somebody is Benin, somebody is Yoruba, somebody is Lokoja, somebody is Kefi. What matters is we are one Nigeria. And it shouldn't play now that anybody is saying now, I'm coming out, I want to contest. Then that is when somebody will say, your mother is Ghana, your grandfather is Ishekiri. No. No. That is just distraction. Listen, I always tell people something. Eyes on the ball. Eyes on the ball. Eyes on the ball. One thing we should learn to do is not to allow all these things swerve us. But you see, I have a few questions, and I'm going to ask these questions like a mother, not attaching any personal sentiments. I don't want to feel like, these are the same people, activists. Nobody then they talk about NSAS. NSAS, I still carry NSAS on my head. What happened during NSAS? Some people died. Some people died. And the fruit of their sacrifice is what everybody is enjoying on that Lekki toll gate today. That Lekki toll gate, that is what everybody is enjoying. Every die. Some people don't want to come out and speak. Some people say this one, they are talking, they are chasing clouds. Some people say they have given them money. Please, let us stop all this. We must learn to look. If you are a man, if your daughter brings a man home and say, I want to marry this man, people will check, you will look, you ask questions. It is your right. Listen, it is my right to ask these questions without any intimidation. And it is also your right. And there's something I always say if you are my ardent follower. Listen, every one of you is a celebrity. Learn to celebrate yourselves. Learn to celebrate yourselves. Learn to celebrate yourself. Whether you are a carpenter, you are a tailor, you are a nurse, you are a celebrated nurse. Those people you call celebrities are being celebrated in their own line of duty. There is nothing special about them. Some of you are more educated than them. Some of you are more learned and better than them. Some of you are more mannered than them. So don't believe because somebody was given a role to play a movie and then that person did excellently well, that person has become your role model. If they give you that same role to do, can you do it? So what you cannot do, how is somebody role modeling you in what you don't have the tenacity and capacity to do? If somebody tells me now to come and cry in a movie, I know if he cry. So why would now somebody now say, just Adetoun? See, learn to believe in yourself. You see, when you believe in yourself, nobody will intimidate you. You won't be expecting so much from anybody. A lot of you expect so much from public figures, not knowing that you yourself, you can do better if you have the opportunity. What you should gear towards and pray towards is opportunity. Now, that is not the reason why I'm here. Why I'm here today is because I want to ask questions. Now, we are at a crossroad. No matter what it is, I want to vote this year. No matter what it is. Anybody who knows me will know that I have never for once allowed Lagos State to breed. Me or John Simiri. And you also have the right. From today, one of the ways you can be part of change in this country is to first of all know your councillor, know your local government chairman, know who your House of Reps are. If you people could not hold Abuari responsible, if you people could not hold Jonathan responsible, there's no way you can hold the incoming president, whoever the incoming president is, there's no way you can hold that person responsible. Because everybody just comes out after 4 years. There will be change. This government is bad. What are you doing to check on the government? What part do you play in checking on the government of this country? A lot of you cannot look at this. Look at the agitation for the last 2 weeks. Look at the way everybody is now. We leave you people to God. God will deal with you. God will fight for us. Listen, we have prayed enough Nigeria. We have prayed enough in this country. Lẹ́yìn àdúrà ní CAC o, ní májẹ̀mú CAC táwa dìmú tá rọ̀mọ́ tá gbójúlé o. Lẹ́yìn àdúrà ìgbésẹ̀ ló kàn. Lẹ́yìn àdúrà ìgbésẹ̀ ló kàn. When you pray, you act. A lot of us want to pray. You are looking for a job. You finish praying that God open way. On Monday morning, you sit down for your house. Which way God won't open? Bible says, ask for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Now, the tone you never talk about. Just hold on. I will take questions. I'm going to bring some of you on my live. Now, the question I want to ask today. I want to take away the election period emotions that drives all of us. Peter Obi, we love. Peter Obi, we want. Peter Obi is the Messiah. Peter Obi is our candidate. Yes, it is Peter Obi, not Labour Party. Labour Party is all over everybody's face now. PDP has been there. APC has been there. Now, I want to ask a question. I don't know who to vote for. And the person that everybody is saying now is Rose Vivor. Rose Vivor, I will have questions for you. Who is your wife? Who are you? What have you done? What can you handle as a private position or a public position? The emotions everybody and the love everybody has given to Peter Obi, now you are benefiting from it. What's your pedigree? You want to be governor of Lagos State. Can we see who your wife is? Who are your friends? Who did you go to school with? Who are your childhood friends? What can they say about you? What's your social life? Do you drink? Do you smoke? What's your temper level like? Let's know you more. Let's know you more. Who are the people that can ask these questions? Who are the people that has anything to say? Please, I don't mind. If you have anything to say, can anybody come up and tell me something about Rose Vivor? I want to know him more. It's like you're bringing a proposal to me. I want to study it more before I approve it. Rose Vivor, don't you have childhood friends? Don't you have people who know you? There are some people that you mention now. I should be able to tell you one or two things about them. Jandor of PDP. I can't vote for you. You are a rapist. Jide, call media. Call TV. Call media. You are a rapist. I can't vote for you. So you are out of the way. You are out of the way. You have bad temper. You are arrogant. Listen. This issue of people moving from one political party or the other is a normal thing. But let me tell you, when you have issues in a political party amongst yourself, and you go to another political party, just because you feel you want to take vengeance, or you feel that you want to get back on people, don't forget that it is we, citizens, that will suffer it. Peter Obi moving to Labour Party, his mission was clear. He wanted a standalone. He wanted to prove his competence. He wanted to prove his strength. He wanted to prove that without this and that, you can contest in Nigeria. There was a clear sincerity in his mission. Jandor, you are part of APC. Ejon Muni. At least if you didn't work, if I don't know you, I know that you worked at Cord Media. Your temper is intolerable. You can't even manage primary 4 children if they start to attack you. You can't manage them. You don't have the tenacity. You don't have the cool. You don't have the comportment. The other day you called my husband. You were threatening him on the phone. He was even asking you that, oh, mighty the governor, nothing who wabai. Your temper cannot become a counselor. You cannot counsel with your temper. So, jandor, you are out of it. Where is your wife, jandor? Where are your children? Apart from the fact that Lagos for Lagos, who knows you? You are a rapist. Anybody who knows him should call him and tell him that just Adetoun said that. You see, everybody knows me. I don't care how you attack me. I don't care how you bully me. One thing anybody cannot take away from me is my strength and my truth. Is my strength and my truth. Roseviver was born in 1983. Very good. See, there's something I always tell people. I counsel people when it comes to marriages. And there's something I always tell people. Because once you see a man, wow, upon all that I did for you, I bought you a house, I bought you gold, I did this for you, you are an ingrate. I bought AC for your father, I tied your father's street, I gave you money to do business. Listen, let me tell you something. What people cannot manage, don't give it to them. As a woman, if I cannot manage or I cannot make 1 million, don't give it to me. What I don't know the source of, there's no way you expect me to manage it very well. There's no way you expect me to manage it very well. What people cannot manage, don't give to them. You are okoshe sara danuni. Listen, I'm not here to campaign anybody. I will not campaign for anybody. You have a right to choose who you want to vote for. Everybody's character will tell them, whatever you have done, you will reap the fruit of your labor. During presidential election, you all saw what happened in Lagos. Adetoun talks too much. Adetoun is bad. Baba Komini Gbogbo Wonje. There is none of them. My husband is Lagosian. My husband worked 8 years ago for Lagos. He's no longer working with Lagos State. But so there is no way I can chase APC people away out of my house. If they come, I will give them water to drink. It's better you drink your water, eat your food, discuss with your brother, and go. Once you indulge me in any conversation, my leg is so outside and inside, I always tell them the truth. But listen, let me tell you something. I am in a thin line between choosing. During NSAS, I lost all my property. I rented that shop not up to 3-4 months. I lost all my property. If I decide now that, despite the fact that NSAS killed my fellow citizens, and then, listen, Mayowa Abbas, sometimes when people are talking, learn to use your brain. If you want to believe stories that people tell you, and you are grown up as an adult, not for you to make your investigation, then this early Monday morning is not for you. Go back and sleep. I have addressed Dr. Laleye's issue long time ago. You can go to my page, just Adetoun, and watch the video there. Some of you are emotionally driven. What people say, you don't take your time to listen, you don't take your time to check. If you believe in somebody, if somebody doesn't open her mouth to talk, maintain your status quo and say, this person, I know her. Until she says a word, I don't believe anything. When that person says her own part, then it is left for you to believe. Stop being sick. Stop letting people rob you of your intelligence. Stop calling yourself fools. How do you expect somebody like Just Adetoun to see a rapist and allow that person go? If you watch the video I did, I questioned the Nigerian police. How can somebody come and report to you that they raped, that person raped his housemaid? How? Give us explanation of how that person left your police station once, not twice. Please, I'm not here for that case today. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I'm a woman of integrity and honor. And over time, God will prove me. Now, I will not say that because I have personal grievances, I'm going to let it affect every one of you. Roadvival, I want you, I don't care about your date of birth. It's not about you are from Ikeja. Who are your friends in Ikeja? And nobody is coming out to say anything about you. Nobody. What have you done? Where did you work? Show us your paperwork. We have made some mistakes. We don't want to repeat those mistakes. Mr. Agbedo is here, okay? I want to go live with some people now. Agbedo is one person I want to go. Can you please request? Okay. Hold on a second, please. I want to try and add him. So what I'm saying is, we don't have to do things the same way. Now, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, I, for once, I have always been on the neck of this government. Because as a mother and as a woman, it is your right to speak. It is your right. If I can make my parlor fine, if I can make my house beautiful and it's habitable for me, listen, I have a right to make my society better as a woman. I have a right to make my country better. And that is the reason why I don't belong to the class of women who don't know their rights. I don't belong to a class of women who don't know that it is their right to speak. No matter how much you want to silence me, I will speak. Listen, you argue with your husbands at home. You fight with your husband. You keep malice with your husband. You do whatever. You smile. You are happy. But at the same time, you're not going to, because of that, leave your husband. I'm not going to say because I'm always on Lagos State for them to do the right thing. Sylvester Romani's case is there. Bamishile is there. This is there. I will now say because of that. Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm going to kill Lagos State. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm looking for Agbedo. I personally, please, how do they take request here? Okay, 8. I'm not seeing it. I'm not going to do that. Oh, that's why I said I am talking from the position of a mother now. That is the reason why I said that. So if you didn't understand, now you should understand that I am not talking due to emotions and sentiments. NSAS is still here. The pain of NSAS has not healed. NSAS happened in Lagos. After all my shouting, and I spoke to elders. Somebody asked me a question. Does Jide have the right to call a common commissioner of police? Didn't you see what happened in Magodo? Common commissioner of police could not respond to Babajide. How do you expect that Babajide Sanwo-Olu should have the audacity to go and release military? Now, I call Babajide Sanwo-Olu Mumusin governor because they are always controlling you. You are always being controlled. Now, your father has gone to Federal. Lagos is empty for you now. You need to come and prove who you are. You have been displaying somebody else's character. Governor Babajide, this is an opportunity for you to come and display your own character. What you are made of. What is your strength? I'm a governor of passion. I love this. You need to come and prove it to us now. At least, your mother will carry your brain box, will keep on for body law. You don't go Federal now, you don't become first lady. So this is the time where you need to show us who the real Babajide Sanwo-Olu is. Who the auditor or the accountant is. This is a time for you to make amends. This is a time for you to unify and rub off the pain of NSAS. This is the time for you to prove your strength. All these projects you are doing here and there. Blu-ray, where una suppose don't do. Una sit down on top that Blu-ray like say, na snail una dey wash. This is your time. Let us see, let us prove us wrong. Babajide, me just Adetoun, come and prove me wrong. That everything I've said about you is wrong. When they shut down Dowen College, the powers behind powers, the beast behind the beast, the superior behind the superior, they pressure the people until people open that school. Not understanding that people are crying and people want a better structure. Has it not happened in Christian College again now? Has it not happened again in Christian College again now? Taban Solema Ropenu awele irun ni 125, abi 110 billion, abi 100 billion tó fẹ́ fi jẹun. Ebi o pa wa o. Ipò abiyamo la wà. Abiyamo de gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ tọrọ. Mr. Agbedo, please. 1 second. I must fish this name out. I'm sorry, I'm sorry I'm taking your time. It's very, very, very important. I'm finding, how do you add people, John Tori along, this thing, which the person go learn. Mr. Agbedo, please, can you send your request? Please, can you send your request? Okay, I think I can see it from here. Um, okay, I've seen it. Okay. Now, this what has been giving me concern. 3 people. Whatever decision I take under emotions and sentiments, it will affect every one of us at a go. And because of that, my one vote might not count, but my one voice counts. Good morning, sir.
Morning, just Adetoun.
Hope
you woke up.
If you're opportune to snap his picture, go and frame it in your house. So
why?
How are you? Quick one. Doing? I'm very well. So quick one.
Well, I woke up to see your live yesterday, and a lot of bloggers have broadcasted it all over the nation. What baffles me, is about this, let me say, alleged allegation about jandor, that is a rapist. I kept on wondering this morning, how can this be jandor? Because I didn't know jandor pedigree. Is this electioneering year that make me to know much about him? Someone said he's in the system of Lagos State over a decade ago, and what have you. But my concerns now is that particular allegations of that is a rapist. And what is jandor marital status? I want you to address that now. You are one of the frontliner of NSAS. You are vocals, and your stand and your principles about injustice in this country have gone a lot of way for the betterment of Nigeria. Please quickly iron that for me. And two, again, I want to quickly ask you, because I have some interview to catch up to date. Today is Monday. Who are you voting for among the 3 frontliner of this election in Lagos State? Who is your preferred candidate? Please, you are a mother, you are a voice in Lagos State.
Thank you. Thank you very much. For now, I'm scouting for my candidates. I'm a woman of the people, regardless of who I know in the government or how connected I can be. Do you understand? I'm not from a poor family. My family is well connected, but I am a sacrificial woman for the masses. So whatever the masses want that brings happiness and smile and a sense of ownership and belonging, I'm always on that line. And that is why I am asking. Everybody is saying, what do you call him? Badebo. I want to be able to prove, if you are selling a product to me, you must defend that product. I'm asking questions. Who are Badebo's childhood friends? What do you know about him? I have known Jandor for years. I've known Jandor for well over 9 years. And I don't expect somebody like that to be contesting when it's supposed to be.
And Jandor can testify to that. He can attest to that. You guys knew for
by now, I expected to have seen a mail from his son or his lawyers. But you see, people like to ignore things until it becomes an issue. I've expected, what I expect of Jide is to check himself into a rehab home, to be able to walk on his stepper. Where is his wife? The wife used to sell baby food somewhere in Ogba. I know at a point she relocated them to America.
We have to Jide here. We have to Jide.
Jide Call TV. What's his surname? I'm not talking of Baba Jide Sanwo-Olu. I'm talking of Jide PDP. Jide has, I think, 2 or 3 kids by now. As at then, I remember 2 vividly well. So where are they? Where is the wife? How can somebody want to govern Lagos State? Are we not going to have first lady? Are we not going to have a woman that we can discuss with? We can go and meet and meet. Must we be disturbing men all the time? Women supporting women. So which women we want to use to support Jandor's governance? So
someone said
Jandor should come out and say, "So you are telling a lie against me," and I'm going to prove I'm going to bring all the proof. There are proofs. And this is not a proof of a third party, because nobody can intimidate me on that.
But someone said Jandor have presented himself for a debate, and most of his
Well,
pedigrees and his sojourner to
you see, we
politics and
Nigerians,
private sector.
during election period, we always want to listen to what people write and come and tell us who goes back. Okay, let me give you a good example. During December period, when I was going to the mountain for New Year, I was driving past, I saw a vehicle entered into filling station. When they entered into filling station, I'm okay, Ọlọ́pàá was station, kilo shele, manipe mari BRT station. What happened to their fuel bank? Where their depot, where they collect their own fuel. I went there and I accosted the police officer. Anybody who saw that video, I said, oh yeah, vamos. After then, the video went viral. After then, I called my lawyer. Petition Lagos State government. There is a police trust fund. Where is the money? Are you people not giving these people fuel for police officers to now be going to a filling station? Do you understand? Meanwhile, some police officers started calling, Madam, I got your number from some person. Thank you. They don't give us fuel. We appreciate you. I said, it is not only about the fuel. Where is the funds allocated for fuel? Give us a breakdown. I wrote a petition. I wrote a letter to House of Assembly. Who is in charge? At least somebody is in charge. That is the way it should be. When people tell you things, go and verify. Jandor can present himself in any form. Apart from that, what do you know about Jandor? Who has gone to verify his house? Me, till tomorrow, I always ask, where is Yele Showore's house in this country? Where? I always ask, Yele, have you ever gone to a general hospital? You want to be president? Have you ever entered general hospital in this country? So if somebody comes to tell you, let's not be driven by emotions of the moment, political emotions.
Just Adetoun, let me quickly interject respect of Yele Showore. You know, he's my principal and he's my boss. Yele Showore only has one house in this country, and I stand to be corrected in his hometown. So he's not, I think he's not a materialistic person.
That's what I'm saying. I asked that question and I got the answer. But I didn't want to believe when they said, Yele Showore is Yele Showore. Do Nigerians go back to ask questions when people make presentations to them? Somebody brings a document to you and you say, okay, no problem, thank you. No, go and verify. Jandor can present any paperwork. Have you ever seen Jandor's wife in any campaign? Have we forgotten women? Women are the brain behind every successful man. Listen, I'm not against anybody, and I will not take a decision that will affect the totality of the nation. But let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I have been racking my brain and my emotions about Jide. Everything I have been fighting Babajide Sanwo-Olu for is a safer street for our girls. It's protection for our children. A more safe education environment for our children. Let the governor open more attention and be more attentive to everything that has to do with child protection and child rights. So how do you expect somebody who would abuse a woman to come and govern? How do I want to explain that? Do you think he will listen to us when we start a protest that they have touched a girl somewhere? Does Jandor look like somebody that can answer you? Does Jandor look like somebody that can do that? So, whether you see, let me tell you people, you need to learn to clarify the difference between blackmail, hate, and truth. A lot of people, the problem you have is you cannot differentiate between love and truth. When somebody is saying something, you say this person hates this person. I will not hate you to say the truth. When somebody is saying the truth, is different from somebody is blackmailing. When you say blackmail, that's a different thing entirely. Then there's money involved. There is emotions involved. I am saying the truth now. It is my right to question the candidate I want to vote for. It is my right. So take your blackmail. It's either you rephrase it or you now understand that this conversation doesn't belong to you. What I'm doing, you have a right to do it. You have a right to have an open opinion. It is not only me. It is not because I am just Adetoun. It's not because I'm just Adetoun. No. I ask questions. My husband knows me. I will ask you questions. When people attack me and say, your husband stole public fund, blah, blah, blah. By the time Baba Shabi is coming back, Baba Shabi won't look good. My husband one day took a whole week to go and look for his letter. His bank statement said, Madam, this is it. Okay, I present myself to you. husband was only being paid on commission basis. He was a consultant with Lagos State. It was people all over social media that were telling me that my husband siphoned Lagos money. I started to write letter. Oh yeah, did Baba Alarewaju steal money? Because I tried to verify, because I was not married to him as at the time he was working with the government. When I met my husband, he was no longer working as a consultant, as a tax consultant with Lagos State. But I still went back to do my due diligence. And everybody has a right to do that. If you call me from my children's school now and tell me that my son did this, I will go and investigate. I'm not somebody who supports. I told somebody a story the other day when I took my son to London September last year, and my son was borrowing 20 pounds from my auntie's son. Kia moti wodeko. Odami ni mo jusi mo ni kon ba mi lu pa. Ibo lo ti fe ri 20 pounds to fe san padà. Àwọn mi nbe mi mo ni tó bá ma ku ku. Where do you want to see the 20 pounds you want to pay back? At 16, 15 years old, you are borrowing 20 pounds. Listen, if we continue to ignore what we're supposed to watch against, these things will pile up and destroy us. These things will pile up and destroy us. And that is what my new resolution for point of change. This is what I want to do. I want to ask questions. And if you tell me my questions are too much, so unfortunately, please, I just want you to understand today that as a woman, it is my constitutional right, by being a woman, just the same way people say men have a right to cheat, men have a right to have many girlfriends. At least kiss me. It is your right as a woman to partake in whatever is happening in your life, in your country. A country starts from raising a family onto a society, community, a society, a nation. Do you understand? So please, at this point, I am expecting a response from Gbadebo Revival. I have questions I want to ask you, and not privately. My questions are public because you are a public figure. When people come to me privately and ask some questions, I'll tell you, I will answer you publicly so that other people who want to ask same questions, they will also benefit from it. So now I'm going to be bringing people on my live. If you want to come on my live, you request, if you have anything to say. I'm not able to read all the comments, but if you have anything, I'm going to start to request. Okay, let me start taking it one after the other. All right, Queen, we're adding Queen now to this live. If you have any questions, please. What I am saying is, for now, I remain status quo. I remain status quo. Now, I have a message for MC Oluomo, Sego, Koko Zaria, and all of you. Ìyàwó yín ni mo jẹ́. Mi dẹ̀ ní tẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ̀yin náà dẹ̀ ní dẹ́ni òṣì níwájú mi. I want to appeal to you. Ẹ fa àwọn èèyàn mọ́ra. Embrace people. Àgbàlagbà máa ń ní aṣọ ìfaradà lára. No matter what people say about me, I try to maintain just Adetoun as a person. Not everybody will like you. Let everybody have a sense of belonging. This perception is of Lagos belongs to the Agberos alone. Look for a way. Inú mi dùn pé ẹ kàwé. Ṣùgbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ka kọ́bọ̀ nú ìwé yẹn, ẹ ti kó àwọn tó ka ìwé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìwé mọ́ra. Mike Adenuga ó ń lu àwọn tó ka gbogbo professor ni. Àìmọye olówó tó ń háyà àwọn tó kàwé. Bàbá ọkọ mi, ẹ kó àwọn èèyàn. Let's change the narrative. Hello, madam. Welcome.
Yes, welcome. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm so happy that I'm speaking to Nigerians today. Yesterday, they show me Shege on my live video. Canada, America. I say Guinea. Una know the rest. You see that now you know Nigeria problem no leave you. If una hear po, una don't call. Hello. So people wait that part, they're still there with us. Go ahead, I'm with you, man.
Yeah, my question is actually out of the context. I have a question here about you. People here, they kept on arguing that you are a biological, that Tunumbu is your biological father. And I said, no, he is not. So I want you to clarify that, please.
Okay. So, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is my father. Now, I am going to stand on that, not because I am happy with him, Do you understand? But listen, let me tell you something. Anybody who is old enough, do you understand, to be your father is your father. I call everybody, you see in this Lagos, even a common granite seller, I will tell him, you are my Baba Oko, because I am a wife that was married from Ijebu to Lagos. And my mother taught me that. My mother, Mam Woyibo. My mother is an Igbo woman. They brought my mother all the way from Akwete to Yoruba land. My mother addresses
Wow.
everybody as Baba Miyakpele, Mama Miyakpele. Do you understand?
I
Y'all call
do.
me Ekpele. Even small girl. Y'all call me Ekpele. Those days, you
That's
know,
my
when
home
I
life.
do
Yeah.
anything wrong in school, and those days when I do anything wrong in school, and I would think that once I call my mom will come and fight people. People are in trouble. By the time my mommy gets there, mama say, "Hey, to Emma Binu." I'll be like, "Oh, this man has spoiled my show." So I am not blood-born of Tinubu. He
Yeah.
has attained the position of a father in my life. Do you
Okay.
understand? And
I do.
that does not justify that I share the same ideas with him. And that
Okay.
is the reason why when I see anything wrong, regardless of you being my father, I will still say my truth.
That's
There are
good.
some relationships that have gone beyond blood. Some people have validated themselves. They've proven themselves to be more and better off brother and sister in our lives.
That's right.
So if Tinubu, no matter what, whether good or bad, he remains my father. I might not talk to him for the rest of my life. I will not take away his title.
Good.
He has become the president. It's left for him to go and prove himself there. If not, you see this same me, na me and I go drag in yash.
Yeah,
I go drag and then go give am BP drugs.
is a stolen vote. It's a stolen vote. Nobody voted for Tinubu. It's a stolen vote. Everybody knows that. It's a stolen
Listen,
vote.
listen. I said something. If we are all involved in our government, we live with a government that does not care about how we feel. Our
Sure.
government understands us very well now. They will say, don't worry, they will just shout after, they will keep quiet. If
Exactly.
somebody has done something that is not right, stand by
So
your pain, stand by your truth and prove it. Look at the whole energy everybody was displaying before election. How who we no gree rest. You see, on that election day, I kukuma say, let me just go and vote in a commercious way. Because
yeah, I saw you. I saw
you
you.
know why? My sister,
No,
you know why? I
no.
felt bad. I felt bad that so this problem that just Adetoun is always shouting and screaming about. So all of us have been experiencing it. We just decided to keep
Keep
quiet.
quiet.
Really? So today is a day. This week is a week of exercising our frustration. No. Mommy, if you enter your kitchen, you see say your kitchen is dirty. You come and wash it. So everybody keep quiet until the day daddy want to enter kitchen. That's why so you're aware wash. It shouldn't be.
Of course.
Development and growth is every day. It's a continuous process. All the people that are
Process.
shouting, I always say something and people don't understand. We have turned our problems into content in this country. You will see the way people will come and comment on your comment section. When you call them to come out in real life, you are not going to see
You are
anybody.
making a good point. That is why I
I
keep on telling
remember,
people you're my
I
role model.
remember, I remember the way people always insult me. One day I came out, I said, listen, all of you
My
that are
husband
waiting,
wants to
just
say hi. My husband wants to say hi. He's a great fan.
Daddy Olia, you know, fine. I said the way people say, just Adetoun, I love you. Just Adetoun, you are our superhero. The day when DSS go carry me, how many of you can come and look for me at DSS headquarters? How many of you
Adio.
will bring food? See, as a mother, it is not every time we'll be fighting the government. Sometimes we have realized that these government people, most of them are in positions that they cannot even defend. It is either they compensated them with this position. It is we that we even see them and say, oh yeah, come, Oga. Let me tell you, I was having a discussion with a local government chairman. At the end of the day, I carried the scarf, I removed the scarf, I hit him on the I said, get out of here. Empty brain. The man came
I
back, prostrated. The man came back, prostrated, said, Madam, it's not like that. I said, see, even if you don't have brain, can't you hire people that have brains around you?
around you.
You know, so Nigerians want just Adetoun to always come out and fight and fight. So if tomorrow they see me sitting down with a governor or senator and they don't give that one money, stupid
Money.
woman, they don't pay. So does it mean that the way I'm fighting my husband in the house, I should not at some point say, honey, oh yeah, sit down, let me explain. Maybe you are not understanding. Look at the way men are. Sometimes when you are shouting, men don't understand. They'll just carry their bag. They'll go and be drinking beer in one parlor.
Exactly.
When your head is like, come back. The same way, we are mothers. We are mothers. We are the ones that should lead this nation.
Exactly.
We are the ones that should direct. We are the ones that should paddle the nation. Everything is not about money. Some people are money mentality oriented. We shouldn't be.
Exactly.
We shouldn't be.
Exactly.
No matter how you fight your politicians, there will always be a time you sit down with them and discuss with them. This is the way. This is this. You see, because these people are surrounded by people who tell them lies. They rarely find people who tell them the truth. So
it's true. Exactly. But most times, these politicians, look at my daughter. She's your fan too.
My darling.
Good morning.
How are you, darling?
I'm good, and you?
Fine. Oh, please, I want to beg you for something. You see, my father and my generation, they failed us. You see, all of this that we are doing now, we are trying to do this so that your generation would have, that it is your right to be able to speak out and defend yourself and your country without being intimidated. We want a generation that will be able to make the mess and clear this mess. So don't live by societal pressure. Don't let them tell you that you have to be yellow before you can qualify for this. It is your strength and your tenacity, and that is why we always come out so that our children will know that it is their right to come out. It is not that they will come out and somebody will bully you and somebody will threaten you. Do you understand? How old are you now?
I'm 21 now.
See the Gen Z generation. Now them be Gen Z. Mommy, na them make we dey beat them well. Anything we no fit talk now, na them we go say, oh yeah, fire. You carry fire.
Exactly.
Na them. So it's your generation. We are only trying to retire ourselves out of it, but we are forcing ourselves to still stay. So keep the flag flying. Make your parents proud. The only thing anybody owes you is your education. I know, as you see me, so I don't get one plot of land. Now only education where I get. Now I they take from my mouth.
With your mouth.
Now my mouth I get though. That's the only inheritance. They don't sell the national.
That's your shoe. The one you wore on election day. I'm coming to collect it. I come back to Nigeria.
Mommy, no wahala. No wahala, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for
having you live. I'm really happy to be on your live today. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Do have a nice day. God keep on protecting you for us. Amen. Nothing will happen to you in Jesus' name. Take care.
Amen.
Bye.
Amen.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right. So, good to have mommy here. I enjoyed my session with her. Okay, you can cut it from your end, man. I don't know how to cut it.
Yeah. I want to.
Okay, how much is it? So, please, it is everybody's right to get involved. Know who your House of Representatives are. Know who your councillors are. Don't feel you must be connected for you to be able to partake. It is your right. My husband always tell me that, Tom, you and these people that you always shout on social media, you will be accusing them. You have a right to go and ask your government. Sorry, please, I paid 40,000 for tax. Where is my money? Where do people spend my money? Where do you people spend my money? Sally Godwin. When Adetoun is a girl, she's a girl. When Adetoun is a woman, she's a woman. When Adetoun she's a mother, she's a mother. Don't expect Adetoun to say rubbish all the time. Adetoun has never said rubbish. Adetoun has always aired her opinion. So differentiate between rubbish and exercising your right as a citizen. It's not your father. This Sally doesn't look like. Okay, let me take one more person before I go so that everybody can go to work. Okay, Mr. Agbedo, I'm adding you again. You requested for me to add you again. All right, so, Jandor, I have said it. I'm expecting you to come out and tell me that just Adetoun is telling a lie. Sorry, I think I lost you there. So I'm sure you know Jandor. You can call him that just Adetoun has said something if you know him. I don't know if you have his number. And then let him come out and debunk what I have said. Let him come out and debunk it. I'm a woman who speaks with fact. You remember when I had Showore Saga, the whole of Nigeria, they were threatening me. If you see the way people were calling me from Dublin, I said, whether you like it or not, I know what I'm asking for, and I know where it is. And thank God, you saw the end of it at the end of the day. people will gather around you and want to intimidate you and want to silence you. But you see this woman, she's a woman that can never be silenced. You can do anything that will affect my business. You can do anything that will destroy my business, but you cannot take away my truth and my strength. Mr. Agbedo, I'm with you all the way. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. You make references before I went offline now. In respect of all these union Agbedo people in Lagos State. I didn't know what you are trying to do here. Maybe you are trying to persuade them or trying to talk to them. But mostly, any election in Lagos State, there is this allegation. People kept pointing, accusing finger to them that they would like to come and destroy the election just because of their obedience or alliance with Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu. You are a voice, and I've kept on saying that. I would like you now on this platform to send a message to them now. Saturday is around the corner. We need free and fair election. We didn't want malpractice in this election. This is an election between Jandor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, what's his name again? Revival. We didn't want a scenario whereby we have seen last week Saturday, and so more people start saying at the polling unit that you know there's a lot of malpractice in this last presidential election. Both PDP, Labour Party, and APC rigged the elections. Since you have,
let me say something about Agberos.
Okay.
You see, number one, as a metropolis, you have to understand that a metropolis is made up of people of different character, pedigree, upbringing, association, and class. If anybody remembers during COVID period, I did a video when the governor said they wanted to ban Okada. If you remember when these Agbero boys were attacking people, vandalizing shops, stealing things, I came out, I did a video, I said, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, go and curb your children. You people cannot use these people during election and you abandon them. They have a right to get angry. They have a right to rage because they feel used and dumped. Listen, when you are making policies, you have to make policies that favors everybody, regardless. There are ways you can do things. All these Agberos, from time immemorial, they will also have the Omoniless in Lagos State, Ogun State, anywhere, or some places. Some places they don't exist. They feel like it's a sense of entitlement. It is their right. They feel like because you are educated and you are rich, you can't intimidate us. We are the shambles. We are the ruggedies. They smoke all sorts. They drink all smoke. What laws, what policies does Lagos State have to curb these people? None. They feel that they are part of them. If you feel that they are part of them, then they should be on routine jobs. Listen, there are too many things Lagos State can create. And before you know it, you won't see this Agbedo. Let me tell you something. I worked with over 4,700 prostitutes in Lagos State in my NGO. I sleep with them. I wake up with them. I eat with them. The only thing I've never done with them is to fagbo with them. And I hear when they are talking. I hear it the way they talk. And I feel sorry for them. Listen, you are better off. Those people are better off you when it comes to proving their strength. Let me tell you why an Agbero man is angry or why an Agbero woman. Number one, they pay their rent on daily basis. They don't pay weekly. They don't pay monthly like we do. They don't pay annually. Ashewo must provide a 1.5. If not, tomorrow, if you go to where you slept with her yesterday, they'll tell you, Nakaro, you find Karo not there again now. Karo don't work. Landlord do there, Karo sita. Karo has to go and look for another place. So you see this same Karo is sleeping with one Agbero, bus conductor. Karo will leave you. And if you promise Karo 5,000, Karo will tell you that your 5,000 is not sure. They will go to the bus park to go and cause trouble with the baby father who is only going to give her 500 naira for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You see these Agbero people. Lagos State has water banks that they can do pure water, bottled water. Lagos State has vast amount of land that they can use for farming, and you employ these people and pay them daily. These people are idle. These are the same people who have raised a silent generation of destroyed citizens for us. You carry your bag in the morning as somebody selling market in Lagos Island. You go to Lagos Island. Before you come, they have molested that girl. And they'll tell her that if they born you, tell your mama if she come. Whether your mama go carry you go market tomorrow, we go see. Before you know, this girl has been molested several times and the parents don't know anything. If an Agbero man, engage an Agbero man, you will see that he has his own positive tendencies. Now, how do we align these Agberos? They always need to welcome them on board and hear from them. You cannot continuously use Agbero and dump them. So Agbero always feel they have their own season too. The same way people have your season, they have their own season. Listen, on election day, Susan Peters was saying it on her Instagram page. They almost lynched her and beat her. When I got there, I was saying, Susan, because when I got to my own polling unit, I was just joking. You know, I just wanted, the problem was too much for me that I was even feeling betrayed that, so all of us are suffering this problem, but it's only we that are talking, people didn't talk. So that day I just went there, I was joking. In fact, when I wanted to vote, I was doing like this, you know, just to ease. So when I got to Susan's polling unit, I said, Susan, now live video me, I take duo. I'm waiting there for you. Not knowing that the Agberos already wanted to kill her there. So the minute I said, Susan, snap her, hey, I just carried my boot and said, share your way. I just hit one of them. Who did Dobale? Mama, ma binu. Mama, de ma binu. Munisho mo you know,
It's because you have street credibility now.
I immediately tried to calm him down. Calm down. You see, and I realized that a lot of these Agberos, they are very soft. Agberos are very sweet and soft in character. It is only when they get agitated out of no penny. Look at all the while their father went to a campaign. Their father has been going to Abuja. Their father didn't give them money during this election. You understand? They even became like, you need to, even in America, they have people like that. The government involved. You need to involve these people. NEPA has taken like 1 second. If you don't involve these people, they will continuously behave like this. You need to raise up advocacies, policies, seminars that would orient them. I said at that time, I said, listen, you cannot cancel Okada. The only thing you can do is to make the procedure of riding Okada in Lagos more stringent. Make sure that their money goes into a certain account. Insurance will be automatically debited. As big as Lagos State is, we don't have training school for Okada riders. Let them go to training school. Let them bring a guarantor. By the time they do all these things, you realize that you will see less. Whoa. Before you know it, you are disengaging their negative strengths. You are disengaging, but what disengages their negative strength? Nothing. Nothing. You plead with them. You appease with them. Listen, they have children. Let me shock you. When I was working with prostitutes in Ifako-Ijaye, the Oga of prostitute, she came to meet me and said, Madam, you need your work. School. I said, prostitute, you're picking the Obodo Ibo, paying school fees. Do you think an Agbero does not have wife? Do you think an Agbero does not have children? Do you think an Agbero just wants to survive 100 now? Agbero said the upgrade. You give them 100 now. That's why some of them, if you give them 100 now, so kilele. The next time when they see in a party, they will abuse you. You haven't seen Agbero abuse people before. And you know, she have come and 200 len. Now ask them, Monday to Friday, what do? Nothing. The only thing they now involve in illicit drugs. I worked with them. I worked in Monkey Village. I saw the way. Listen, when I was working with prostitutes, Mama, kill it too fair anybody, or anything so, I think preach it. Do you know that even when we want to beg them for immunization, if we see any child that is sick and we take them to Ifako-Ijaye hospital, we have to pay them to sit down with those children. I'm a someone from about the own children that they have from their stomach. We pay them to help them. Before you know it, once anybody goes into labor, they will just break bottle, your call the mix it with water. Okay, welcome to the world. Then if I say, I will see army, police in that same railway line, I will say, what all of power, Mommy, oh Lord Dubai, Lord Dubai, Lord Dubai. They have Dubai inside Fakojaye. They have Dubai inside the Fakojaye. Ask me when they get that, Mama, Shefe rí ìran wò. Tó bá ṣí fún yín báyìí, they rí ìbọn jọ. Ẹ lè rí àwọn ilé àtò ogun jọ ìbọn and all that. But they are living amongst us in society. If anything happens, they are the ones that will come out. What is the government doing about them? So that is why I always appeal, because I have been with them. And in mama joke where they fucking you don't understand some things, and you see some of them speaking Queen's English. This madam, you don't come today. I say, may you carry all these children, we dash you. Then no be our picking, then be ambo de picking, if you go to general hospitals, 70% of the children that are on admission there, they belong to all these agberos and touts and prostitutes. Woman not abandon often job and not sick. When they say, this child is sick, oh, we want to treat this child, it will shock you that they will say, once they tell them to go and do one test, they tell you, I'm coming, I forgot my purse. You can't see them again. You cannot see them again. Listen, I worked with social worker in this Lagos State during Ambode's period because I was a consultant. I was a consultant with Ambode. I personally fed his children when he had kids. So he knew my competence. And when I wrote a letter that I wanted to take off of malnutrition children in Lagos State, that letter was approved. If I carry social worker and we go to any of where this prostitute or this agbero, and social worker, madam, we are not following you. They will beat us. They know us. They will beat us blue, black. I want to sew uniform, t-shirt, and face cap. They will now be pointing. This one, our daughter is with us. This one, yeah, she's the owner of the son in Ward Kinikon. They don't even have the confidence. Because even if you go to social workers' offices, they don't even have the materials to take care of all these abandoned children. So their fathers and their mothers are all over the street looking for what to snatch, looking for what to take, because their children are in the hospital.
Oh, just Adetoun, we have said a lot of things, and I keep to your concerns, your agitation for better government and receiver Lagos. Please, I want to ask you, what is your stand? Because I guess after this election, there will be races among the tribes. You know, all these, ṣé Igbo fẹ́ gbé Èkó mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ ni? Ṣé Hausa ni kíní? What is your stand on? Because we are one Nigeria, there is unity in our diversity. There shouldn't be an election here to come and divide us. Igbo,
we should not use electoral.
Yoruba.
All your tax that you're paying is going to government accounts. All your custom duties is going to government accounts. All the revenues is going to government accounts. Whether you are Hausa, Igbo, Bini, Yoruba. Do you understand? Ọmọ ìyá kan náà ṣálájẹ́. Ìjà lóde tó rí dòwe. Ẹ jẹ́ ká so wọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. Jádọ̀gbé. Àwọn àgbà wa ti kọ́ lórin. King Sunny Ade has said it. And even in this song that I just released,
why did I
Mama Enio, it's your mother's land. Don't let anybody trick you. Forget tribalism.
Why did I appreciate racism among us?
It's because
people have been staying with us over.
It's the societal mentality that have been imbibed in us. It's the societal. For me, I see issue of tribalism as an issue to make us lose concentration of what our core problems are. Whether this person, listen, my mother is an Igbo woman. My father married wives. I have Hausa, Bini, I have all of them. So my first husband, my first one is from an Asaba man. So I cannot talk about tribalism because me, I am one body divided in all. My grandparents also originate from outside of this coast. So what are we talking about?
2023 election has brought tribalism, and it's going to cause a lot of havoc afterwards. Because I didn't see whereby you be telling me, coming to my space, that I want you to come and tell me that politicians have sucking out our future and destiny.
Abuja and Lagos is a no man's land. Enugu, Calabar, all those places, this is because they are not centers of excellence. If it was a trade land, people will also be there trading and they will have a sense of belonging. You see, Shagori brothers, they have a right to say they are the owners of Lagos. They have been trading in Lagos for years. My father used to tell me that he used to walk from Ilishon to Lagos State to come and trade tire carpet. He be not possible to pàdé àwọn òyìnbó tí popsi mi fi cursive handwriting mú sí wọn lórí. That they said very brilliant guy. My popsi went over, finished school that time. They brought money. They gave my dad to go and do investment. It was when my dad had money. My dad now joined lodge. My dad now discovered that there are there's what you call pedigree and class. My dad started going to school at almost 50, just to prove himself that I'm a rich educated. You see, by the time my father got those degrees, my father framed those degrees more than his own pictures. Because he only came to Lagos to prove his strength. So Lagos is a trade land. Everybody has a sense. You live here, you pay your tax here. They've built Lagos in a way that it can accommodate everybody. If Lagos is everybody, then we will now say everybody go back to where you come from. It's not possible. Nobody can come and say all of you leave Lagos. At this point, Lagos has become a sacrificial land for anybody to come. You go learn sense, you go learn brain, you go make money, you go destroy yourself if you want to destroy yourself. There are some things that you can't do in Igbo land. There are some things you can't do in Igbo land. They will banish you immediately. But in Lagos no get tradition where they banish. Lagos no get tradition where they do this. Adetoun, I love you. Hypocrisy lifestyle in nature compared to what you claim you are. What I know you for. What is hypocrisy about? What is hypocritical about me? I don't understand when people say I'm a hypocrite. Madam, can you address what you mean by hypocrisy? What do you mean by hypocrisy? Please explain.
It's because you are not dancing to the tune of what they want to hear.
If what I'm saying does not please you, you also have a right to say your own now. You can't come and be calling an adult an hypocrite. No. Who is this person? These are the ones that always, I know these are the ones that always bully me. They always troll me. But by the time you look at them now, you realize that their opinion is just, you see, she voted for APC. You see, people want to come and speak your right for you. Your privacy, they want to intrude into your privacy. Very soon people will start asking me, how many times do you sleep with your husband? If you can ask me who did I vote for, then you are prying into my privacy. Leave who I voted for. Do your own part. Get involved as a citizen. When you see something that is not right, open your mouth and say it. Don't be a troll. Leave the generation of trolls. So, my dear brother, we should not be talking about tribalism. And I want to use this medium. Thank God that my video goes anywhere in the world. Let people have a sense of belonging. Let people be able to exercise their right. Don't intimidate anybody. John torí Ọlọ́run inú ń bí yín ń para ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tó yẹ kẹ́ máa para fún ẹ lọ lé àwọn Desmond Elliot kẹ́ lọ lù wọ́n pa síbẹ̀ ẹ lọ jókòó sẹ́nu ọ̀nà Desmond kẹ́ gba owó ọwọ́ ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn House of Assembly member àwọn yẹn ló yẹ kẹ́ lọ máa bá kẹ́ gba body náà lọ àwọn tẹ́ ẹ̀ attack, they are only people that only came to struggle in Lagos the way you are. The people you feel your inheritance is sweet, the people you feel your wealth is sweet, go and hold them responsible. Tell them to include you in the law. Tell them to include you in the decision-making body. Let me tell you something. 99% of those towing vehicles you see, they belong to all those chiefs and those obas. That's why if you call, you are just wasting your time. You are just they making the House of Assembly every Monday. Meeting with a lunch. How many times do you see Obas calling for meeting? The only places you find our Obas now is Owambe or State House. Owambe or State House. Obas have become PAs to politicians. Because most of the time, I want to be so because they have a mandate to deliver. So they should include Agberos in their laws. Baba Komi Obasa, Mokinla Ekarosa. Wa include àwọn agbèrò nínú àwọn òfin tẹ́ ń ṣe in Lagos State. Ẹ jẹ́ káwọn agbèrò, ẹ fún wọn ní oko, kán lọ máa dáko. Let them produce, let them buy from them, let them do all sorts. You will see that agbèrò will not have time for anybody. Agbèrò, listen, a poor man is the most troublesome person. It is only poor men, they are idle. They'll call their wives, sleep with them. You see them having children. Not because they are enjoying the sex, but they are using it to ease their stress. A lot of men have sex to ease stress. A lot of men don't have sex for love satisfaction. No. That's why it's easy for an Agbero boy to see somebody. Want to come along, want to do one pa. Our government should have counselors in schools where our children can easily go and talk to them. What is going on? We will not disclose. And when they hear such information, they work with it. It's very, very important.
Just Adetoun, I'm out of time now. My taxi is around to pick me up. I will continue this discussion.
So hello. Thank you, Mr. Agbedo. Thank you for coming on board. I also want to take 1 or 2 people before I go. Yes. Thank you so much.
Bye. All right, for
now. Bye. I'll be expecting to hear from your PDP candidates.
No. Point of correction. I've not endorsed anybody for now.
Me too. I'm scouting. I'm scouting. I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to take a so for now, I maintain my position with Babajide Sanwo-Olu. For now, I maintain my position with Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Opa Eko, Babawale Eko. I maintain my position.
We are live now. So many programs will be following, and don't let them misquote you or me that we have endorsed any governorship candidates for Lagos for now.
For now, no matter the problem I have with Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for now, until proven otherwise, I will still cast my vote for this one. This same Mumusin governor. This same Mumusin governor. Ọba ti lè prove me otherwise, mo lọ dìbò fún Rose Vivon nìyẹn lọ́wọ́ kan ṣùgbọ́n proposal tó wà wájú mi everybody defend the ara ẹni.
Allege ọmọ àlèmà nìyẹn. They have alleged him as an ọmọ àlè bastard.
See, let me tell you something. There is no child that is a bastard. Don't ever call anybody a bastard. Whether a child was a rape victim, whether a child was born out of wedlock, a child is a child.
God bless you.
Rose Vivon is a bona fide child. Rose Vivon is a bona fide child of the soil. Regardless of who he is, I am only concerned about his character. At least somebody should know somebody. There are some people that you know. Nobody is saying we went to school together, we used to play together. He's a good fighter. At least if you ask questions about me, some people tell you that just Adetoun. I know a politician that always tell me. There's one governor of a state. One woman battalion. At least you can say something about me. If tomorrow I come out and I say I want to go for political office, they will say, we know that woman, she's this, she's that. Let somebody be able to say something about Rose Vivon, regardless of the fact that the glory is all about LP.
Actually, jandor have been making wave from Lagos for Lagos APC to PDP. Jandor have taught a lot of
political. That is political. We are talking about level competence, moral competence. See, listen, to be a father of a nation is not easy. You must be accommodating. You must be accommodating. You must be tolerant. You must have opening ears. Listen, no matter how you swear for Jide, no matter how you curse him, he still has opening ears. He will still give instruction. Go and do this. Go and investigate. He doesn't display himself as a tyrant. He doesn't display himself.
Do you know one thing I love about Jide Sanwo-Olu Olushola is the man is humble, he had listening ears, and he's not desperate. You can see it in his body's charisma that governor to fetch do or die can kusi be. Lọ́jọ́ máa ń pè pé ó ti slow jù, mugun ni, kíní kan ni, kò jáfáfá. Nation be Jonathan yẹn ló ní. You know, he has gotten all those good attributes of leadership. But, because he's a very gentle person that want to listen.
See, let me tell you people something. I'm seeing some comments here. See, I'm a prophetess, and there is nothing that I've ever said about Nigeria or 2022 election, 2023 election that didn't come to pass. But you see, there's something I always tell people when they come to me for prayers. Don't be bothered about the cause of your problem. Right now that you have a grace and opportunity, wonder about the solution. Fight for your solution. If we continue to argue about Lagos from now till tomorrow, that does not give a reason for them to erase Lagos, that Lagos does not belong to them. So I don't want anybody to come and prove him or herself as a fool or being stupid or not intelligent for you to be saying Adetoun is disappointing you because she said Lagos is for everybody. Whether Lagos is for everybody or Lagos is not for everybody, please, let's drop this matter. There are some arguments that are rhetorical. They don't need an answer. They don't deserve an answer. Is Lagos belonging to somebody our problem? Please. Does it change our problem? Does it raise Bamiche from the dead? Does it bring Sylvester Romani back? Does it change the fact that Jagaban was once a governor in Lagos State? Does it send the Shabori brothers out of Lagos? Would they come and say Lagos doesn't belong to anybody now? Oh yeah, Calabar people, take your land and go. Does it remove Cubana Hotel from where Cubana building is? Let's stop being fools. You can't continue to be distractions when there are sensitive matters. That's the reason why that's the reason why this government does not respect us. Because they know that they are just a generation that likes to talk and argue baselessly. Learn to respect yourself.
I like that.
Have some respect to your strength. If you have the energy to write something contributing and sensible. Stop this issue of Lagos belong to somebody. I'm not a Lagosian, but I claim every right in Lagos because I work here. I live here. And as a matter of fact, Yahweh economy, carrier boy, condense mama stuff. Hey, Yahweh economy, anybody man, be. That's my charismatic way of paving my way and going my way peacefully. That's why you will never hear just Adetoun fighting anybody on the street. You can't attack me and I will not attack you. Because I remember during Dr. Laleye's case, if you see a picture, I was the one that sent that picture to Princess. And what I was trying to prove in that picture was the woman called Toke Benson. I was trying to ask Princess that, Princess, is this woman you are talking about? Because I wasn't sure. I called my manager to send me that picture. What happened in that picture? Akishiku was having his birthday. Akishiku Olorieyo was having his birthday. I went there. My manager said, no, you can't go. That place is APC setting. I said, so therefore, not be all one bed and colors. Now, politics, I won't go talk for there. I've been a fight, I won't go fight for there. Worst case scenario, if I see governor there, I won't greet him. Kilo come for anybody. You know, I got to the party, and this class of women, about 4 or 5 of them, they just attacked me. Hey, Nigeria don't be. So you want to man bu governor wa, you want to man tasi governor wa. I was looking at them like this. Baba Shabi was laughing like, hey, I won't be lane. You know, everybody has started seeing the way they were attacking me. One man now called them and said, Ori yin o pe. Ere eyan to nba ijoba yin ja. So fún ila account number bo bere wo lọ́wọ́ yin. Eyan to nba government yin ja. Now that you have seen this person, can't you see this person there and say, Madam, what are we doing that is not right? What are we doing that you don't want? So I was telling them, I said, let me tell you something. Your governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, will not see me and attack me because he himself, if he sits down to think about it, he will know that this woman is always telling the truth about my government. The woman was overwhelmed by the fact that she was protecting her political party and her governor. You know what that woman did? The woman hugged me and said, Aburo ma binu. She hugged me and said, I was angry. She said, Aburo ma binu. You know, and the minute she said that, as a woman that I am, you know what, and I left. I walked away. And Dolapo PRO was there. Afterwards, a king's wife, I'm not going to mention that king's wife. A king's wife now walked up to me. Who are you? And you call yourself a queen. You are the one that's supposed to be settling problem between Bobrisky and all these lucky women. You are the one that's supposed to be calling them to your palace, settling dispute among all these problems. All we see you do is to tie gele and go to party.
To go and know for what you.
So she now said, I want to try there, lie it. So I said, you don't have the capacity to try in your own space. You have the capacity to try as the wife of a king that people are looking up to. People should come to you for dispute resolution. People should come to you for moral lessons. People should come to you for advocacy. I've never seen you do anything. The woman got so, she became cold. And I went to meet another, please let them offload, I'm busy. And I went to meet, and I went to meet another king's wife. I said, want this Olori, if ever in her life she tries to accost me again. But look at it. Why would we women be attacking we women? When we women should team up together and look for a way to go and present ourselves to our leaders who are the men. You understand what I'm trying to say? So let us stop all this bullying and attack. If you as a woman, you don't know your right, that it is your right to voice out, to speak, to be angry, to make peace, to cause trouble, to ignore, then when you see people who have identified their rights and are exercising them, leave them alone. We don't share the same strength. If you cannot tap for my strength, leave me alone. I am a woman of voice today because of what I have gone through, what I have suffered. If I didn't come out to say that Jandor is a rapist today, all of you would think this woman has never experienced anything. But I've seen places where people try to molest me. I've seen places where I am struggling as a single mother and people want to take advantage of that fact. And I've had to go run for my dear life. So please, we are talking today not because we just want to talk or we are looking for followers or we are looking for content. We are trying to voice out so that they will know that it is their right for them to stay. Do you know how many girls are rape victims and cannot talk in the society today? Because people like you are on comment section. Why didn't you wear skirts? Why didn't you do this? You want to start to ask questions. My love, how are you? Yaology. I shall be a day. Carol coming. Who beat you? Who beat you? Did anybody touch you? Okay. Yeah, go and back. Brush your teeth. Oh, yeah, say good morning to everybody. Talk now.
Shall we say,
yeah, go and back
now?
Oh, say Genie. You know? So please.
My time, I'm behind the time now. I want to quickly ask you. I saw. I want you to address this now. I saw your video on YouTube of Fortnite about a particular song. What is it all about?
Which song
what
is
the
that?
Message you are trying to? There's a cultural. The internet don't allow me to hear the message
about
very
peace
well.
and unity. You know, people think because I'm a Yoruba woman, people think because I speak. I've seen a lot of people who have offered me money. You see some people, we are calling from America, we are calling from Canada. Madam, I've had 200 million. Join one movement. Listen, I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman that will preach division. I can't. I know who I am. I know what I stand for.
What brought the motive of that song? I will try to.
It was just a prophet. It was a prophetic instruction. I came to Nigeria on Tuesday, 6:45. I got into the studio 6:45 in the morning, and I did that song. And within 72 hours, Kesolo delivered that song with video. I wanted to release another song. Holy Spirit said, "This time I only need you to preach peace and unity." And look at what is happening. War of tribalism. Verbal wars of tribalism. And as a mother, as a yata waje, and lati ma preach peace and unity ni. Toba di ola ti ba gbe ada pe ko de ni da fun yin governor, abi senator kan, it is my right. Listen, today I'm going to tell you, I thank God for giving me the grace to reappoint my destiny. That's one thing I will never fail God for. That's one thing I thank God for giving me the opportunity. If you are hearing me, I'm on a live video, to reappoint my destiny. Mo tún kádàrá mi yàn. Mo tún ìpè mi yàn. Mo tún májẹ̀mú mi dá pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run. Anybody who sees me, oh yeah, who this deal? Let me tell you something. On your FIFA, countless times, oh yeah, come to. I said, listen, Kabiesi, I know who I am. Say who told you? I said, I have been told. I am a woman. I am the goddess called Oya Oriri. But you know what? I have spoken to my God. I want to serve God.
and God will use me in a mysterious way that you will not understand. I don't have to be my being. I can be my core. I can be my appointed soul. So when people, when I talk and I say that nothing can do me, nobody can do anything, I thank God that I decided to have a covenant with God that God, I want to be useful for you. I want to be useful for you. And that is why I am a full-blown prophetic minister today. So not because I cannot choose to be Oya in the land of Yoruba kingdom, but I decided I will not toe that line. So if you want to see me in that version, you can come and DM me. I will prove to you, and I've proven it million times. You were there when Sowore saga happened, and I told Sowore, oh, many to mbako, to ba mu eni to mbako, wa mo dada, pe mi o se obìnrin tó ń dánwò. And a lot of politicians will tell me, I am not a woman that will cause unnecessary trouble. But if you want peace, I will give you. I'm a Saint Catholic being. I am a Saint Catholic being. Go and look at the meaning of when you say Oya Oriri. Go and read it. A lot of you have not studied it. I'm not supposed to be saying it. I was waiting for the right time. Okay, no problem. I've been waiting for the right time. But so I can choose to bear my being, but I choose to remain with Almighty God. I choose to worship God. And I thank God that God gave me that opportunity, and He gave me a blessing in addition to it. That's why you continue to wonder that how come this woman is a prophetess? I am. And I thank God for it. And none of my words have failed. Last week I told somebody, I said, you are planning to do something, don't try it. Don't just try it. The guy said, Auntie Emma, worry. He called me yesterday and you were on the phone with me. They said they are burning my vehicle. 4 armaments. Did I not tell you? Listen, go and watch the video of when I analyzed Tinubu. It was a prophetic message. But the way I presented it, people didn't understand. Even me, I battled it as a human being, knowing who Tinubu is. I battled it. I battled it. I've never for once supported Tinubu. Despite the fact that he's my father. If Tinubu comes tomorrow that he wants to marry wife, because you understand what I'm saying? But there are some things that some people, when they want to do it, you as a human being, you feel this thing is wrong, this person is wrong. But God has passed that message. And if you look at the video I did the next day, I said, if you have time, go and look at that video.
Adetoun, I want to take leave. Let's talk in the camera later. Thanks for having you.
All right, so thank you all. Mama, keep speaking your truth. It's been your source. Why Igbo claim? If anybody can claim anything, that's not our problem now. That is, my mother is Igbo woman, but I don't know what is going on in Igbo land. Unfortunately, I cannot be solving Lagos problem, my family problem, my children's problem, Illusion problem. I will go to Calabar and be asking what is going on. There are other people, there are other women like me. I'm not the only woman. There are so many other women. My thought is, who is that one? Okay, let me add one more person before I go. Requests. Okay. TJ Buba Stone. Wow. Buba Stone. TJ Bola. Hey, àwọn Bola náà wà níbí. Àwọn Bola náà wà níbí. Àwọn Bola náà wà níbí. Àwọn Bola the Bola. Bola, make sure you are calling from Nigeria. This Bola is not in this country.
No, this is not Buba Stone. This is not Bola, this is Buba Stone.
Buba Stone, you are in America. You are thinking of Nigerian problem. You see, say na japa, you know leave us.
I don't date America. I don't date America since 2009. I come here through visa lottery. I used to work with Afribank that time, yes. So luckily, as I born Peking, now visa lottery come. Now I carry Peking, carry wife, come here. That time, because I noticed I did work, so I did for. I didn't want fun entire
Ẹjọ́ ẹ
work.
fílẹ̀ ẹjọ́ kò máa kó ẹ fílẹ̀ ẹjọ́. Mo busy ẹjọ́. Aṣabi, go and carry. Go ahead.
So I noticed that time. Say, first of all, before I go further, madam, where you get your own from?
Where what?
AG.
Natural. Everybody in my family, almost everybody in my family has it.
Where you get that from, mama or from papa?
My
Mama.
father.
Okay, father. Okay, I get my own from my mama. Naturally, I be Igbo boy, right? But I grew up for Lagos. Then born me for Lagos, right? Then I grew up for Warri. So we be one Nigeria. We know they hate anybody. We grew up. My sisters all marry Yorubas, just as your mama marry Yoruba. And so my sister marry Yorubas. For their house now, some they vote Tinubu, some they vote Peter Obi. But for me, I look at him like this. Even Peter Obi, I don't trust him. You understand? But to me, I be the best out of the three because the other two are kleptomanians. Kleptomania to us, na mental health. Anybody, if you see anything, you go tip up. That's what they call kleptos. And somebody like Tinubu and Atiku, sorry to say, if they see your mama pint, then go even tip up. You understand?
But my brother, how we take open our eye where Tinubu and Atiku fit steal our mama pants because we are not protective of our public fund. We don't ask questions.
Many of us.
We don't ask questions.
Many of us for America, sorry if I say for America, for Nigeria, if you really look at it, we they ignorant. We they ignorant based on what did they make us ignorant that tribalism and religion. If you know they go to our church, if you know be Christian or Muslim, we know go to your side. So we know they make decisions out of outcome. We they use sentiments.
Sentiment.
Too much sentiment they make decisions. So see, me, I dey America. I don't break yoke for my family. For my generation, nobody go poor. But see, me, I tell you, sister,
My
you
children
end there.
are also, listen, my children are also not Nigerians.
Yeah,
None of my children is Nigerian. But I'm not going to leave.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave my people. I'm not, that root is still Nigeria. I'm not going to leave Nigerians to say, suffer your suffer, bear your pain. Do you understand? We have to liberate ourselves.
Yeah,
we have to liberate. My husband is not, to make it worse, my husband is not even a Nigerian citizen. Baba Shabi is not Nigerian, he's British.
So
he came all the way from Britain. He came all the way from Britain to contribute his own quota in accounting. He was hired by Lagos State to work as a consultant. He was a director. He didn't. You understand? But when people don't know things about you, people just listen to so person said this about her, and people they inherit hate. They inherit hatred, and they come, shut up, madam, no be your husband steal all the funds for Lagos. How did you people open eye and allow somebody like that to steal your funds? How? People don't ask questions.
Yeah. What was my thought process? I was trying to really say something about this issue like that. See, like you say, you're privileged, right? Man looking at you, you're privileged. Your skin no be like person waiting for Nigeria.
Now skin therapy, skin therapy, beauty spa.
Whatever you did,
so look, I drop that one there.
So you did privilege, you did blessed, but end there for you, right? End there because you be somebody when it be say, like make anybody come your house. Everybody could just come your house. They can't charge phone. Only you get light. You won't make everybody go their house, charge your phone for your house so that I go get my space. But may I tell you something? May I make you understand something?
Yeah.
An average Nigerian is an oppressor. An average Nigerian is an oppressor. An average Nigerian, they wait for his own chance, his own turn, so that you go there for the next person. You understand? So Nigerians be. and which is very, very bad. I tell some Nigerians here, say life no end. Say because me and you, they live for big house, they live for lush green yards. You know, end there. Every day they get phone calls. Hey, my wife pregnant. Hey, my sister.
I need help. I need help. I need help.
Me, I give you a story. You get one nigga like that will call me from Nigeria. Me and I'm used to work for this stockbroking firm. So the nigga call me, right? Because I still do on social media. The nigga call me, say, man, my daughter won't write WAEC. All right? Say he needs more money to complete them. I asked the nigga, I said, man, you be Christian? He say yes. You dey go church? He say yes. You dey pay your tithe religiously? He say yes. They pay tithe. I said, then carry your problem, go meet your pastor. Nigga begin fight me or begin to cuss me out. I said, but that's the best thing. You dey give your pastor money every Sunday. You get a problem. Just go meet until pastor.
I used to live in Queens. Yes. I don't know if you know Queens. Those days when I was in Queens in Long Island, you know what they do? You get one day, they call police for one guy. I used to say, why they call police? They say this guy in the airport in the work. When they see him, they always, in wife, in girlfriend, they always they see saying they change wristwatch. In they change themselves to say, Bill, I said this guy they open bag for airport, call police. If you try it in Nigeria, we are not protecting. Nigerians don't protect themselves. We fight ourselves. We attack each other. Listen, if you see such a thing in Nigeria and you decide to call, they'll say, who sent you? Nishogba. Meanwhile, America is in their money. He waiting the right for their money. In God we what? In God we trust. Nigerians, now we get the highest number of churches. Now we get the highest number of pastors and prophets and prophetess. Now we get the highest belief. Now we do night vigil pass. Meanwhile, we cannot practice. We cannot practice what Christianity is in simple and Islam is in simple form. You concern you you don't go there. You don't go face your business. We are not each other's keeper. You see a dog wandering on the street, you go, I'm gonna keep it for my neighbor. It's my neighbors. You're saying, hey, do I kill anybody we go make a carry I'm Jerry? So when we cannot protect ourselves, listen, how would the government protect us? When we cannot stand by, when we cannot hold ourselves together that we are one, how do you expect the government to come and protect us? You know how it is. You know how it is over there, bro. You know the way people come out. When you see protests abroad, you see one person come out for 1 billion people without motive. Without motive. Nigeria has said they pay you. They pay you. They don't pay me, they pay anywhere.
One person go carry mattress, carry mats, carry tents, go shut down states road.
What are you saying? Haven't you watched that movie of the guy who was killed because of $30? He worked in the army and they didn't pay him. You need to go watch that movie. The guy stood for his $30 right. In fact, by the time he held a whole bank hostage, by the time they started to investigate, called FBI, called everything, they're not asking that, come, how much is this money? By the time he mentioned it, because of $30, you hold the whole state to ransom. I'm going to give you that $30. The guy said, I don't want that $30 from you. I want the government to pay me my $30.
Now that people will get conviction
That's
for
the way we live in this country. We don't protect ourselves. We don't stand for ourselves.
You see,
and we should protect ourselves. We should fend for ourselves as citizens, fellow Nigerians. Some of us don't have stake in this country. But listen, let me tell you something. When you don't know people's story, I always tell people, if you are my fan, if you are my follower, nobody can ever tell you Adetoun's story. My story is bigger than a book. I will be the one to open up my books for you. Somebody asked me, let me tell you one thing about me. You see anybody called rich, I don't respect them. I respect their strength. I respect their effort. I respect their achievements. But I can't bow for you because you are richer than me. You might be richer than me and you're not smarter than me. You might be richer than me and you're not more intelligent than me. That is the reason why I say always celebrate yourself. Whether you are a carpenter, you are not, celebrate yourself. A lot of all celebrities or all public speakers or people you see on your screen every day, you are better off a lot of them. But because you have undervalued, underestimated, undermined yourself, you feel they are better off you. So when they do anything, you come, this woman, you fall my hand. This man, you fall my hand. because they have been making you see what you like, what oppresses you, what intimidates you, what drives you, emotional drive, social media emotional drive, social media emotional pity. I respect poor people, Besherimi. And that's the reason why you see me fighting for poor people. If any government calls me for any meeting, when I get to that meeting, let me tell you people something. I open my mouth and I tell them, listen, whatever you are doing and does not benefit a common man, you are doing rubbish. You are doing rubbish. My birthday last year, I'm not going to mention name, governor of one state, one of these eastern states, sent me a Rolex wristwatch. I told them, carry your Rolex wristwatch and go. Carry your Rolex wristwatch. Not because I don't need it, but because I don't want it. Take your Rolex wristwatch and go. That Rolex watch, sell it and go and buy bed in your maternity wards. You see this Adetoun that you're seeing? Look at me. Sorry, you fall down with your bum bum. Your daddy is awake. Have you gone to kiss Baba Shabi? Go and kiss daddy. You see me? Until now, my mom is not here. She left yesterday, day before yesterday. I would have put my mom on a live video for my mother to show you, to tell you what she suffered on me, how money failed. My father is a billionaire. If you don't know me, go and Google. Go and ask people who Tire Carpet is. My father has the largest making rug factory in Africa, not in Nigeria. Hold that very well. My father has the highest, biggest rug. Remo carpet, Tire Carpet. When they say, that's my father. Me, Shomo Loshi. I couldn't walk. I was paralyzed. My father spent all this money carrying me to Italy, Germany, Morocco, America, London to see all the best doctors in the face of this earth. My father gave money, ego, patane ego. You see this chair, you see this leather chair. When I was growing up, Kilo Kosele, K and G, we had our names inscribed on our bed and furniture in my house. If you are from Illusion, if you are not from Illusion, take a tour to Illusion and ask. My father's house is still there. I lived in a palace. So if I'm living in a bungalow today, I have tasted it before. I know what it is. My mother was carrying me from pillar to post. They were flying me to different countries. Let me shock you. The last of it was when they collected money from my father and said that there is a special doctor in Italy. Once I visit the doctor, I can walk, they can perform the magic. My father paid in millions. You can imagine when somebody is a millionaire as at then. Let me shock you, Peter Obi was my father's tenant in Oregwalausa. You see that house in ShopRite Ikeja? If you look to your left, when you come from Fire Brigade, all those houses that are the same belongs to my father. It belonged those days to my father before he sold them. So, me, Sholoshi. From UBA, no, UBA Bank in Ikeja. Can somebody help me? After Oregun, there's UBA, then there's this property, where they sell vehicles, all this road. There's this car, automobile car. All the land between there to Allen belong to my father. So if I want to build anything in this Lagos, I can build it. But let me tell you, if you know what money is, you will not respect and worship money. Now, my mother came back from Italy. After carrying me to Italy, I still couldn't walk. The highest they did, I don't know if you have seen some people have some shoe. One heel is bigger than the other. That was what they gave my father for millions that he paid. My mother came back. My mother got to the entrance of our house. Blessed memory. Davido's mom should have been able to tell the story. My mother and Davido's mom were very good friends. Before Davido's mom died, she came to our house in Illusion. She lectured in Babcock. Then I saw her. She left for Lagos. And then that night, we heard that she had died. Now, when my mother got back to Illusion, my mother, from airport, my mother couldn't enter the house. My mother was like, wait, this girl, this paralyzed girl that I removed from this house. So I'm going to bring this girl back into this house as a paralyzed child. Because my mother is not the only wife. the concubines, I mean, what do you call them? My stepmothers will make jest of her. That upon all the money chief is spending on you alone, you could not even perform miracle. Out of shame, my mother couldn't enter. The gatesman now called my mother. He said, Mama Ari Ekbele. Went to meet my mother in the car. He has been working as a security guard in our house for a very long time. And anytime they come, you know, when security people come, when they resume work, they will carry outside Calabar, they will carry their bottle, they want to fill their water, they walk around, they carry their food, bring it, they want to position themselves. Anytime they want to ask for water, my stepmom of blessed memory, they have already put a tap outside where they can fetch their water. My mother will say, we should come. My mother will go and carry bottled water that Nigerian bottling company used to sell. My mother will carry the bottled water and give them that. Make yourself taste water where rich man they drink. My mother will tell them that, my stepmother will catch them there. She will start fighting, shouting, Vicky, Omo Ipo Arungu, Gatesman, no, they drink this kind of water. Their water na tap water. My stepmother will fight, shout too. My mother will just looking, my mother is like that. So these security people had this, you know, pity for my mom that this woman is nice to us. This woman that is nice to us, she's the one suffering this thing. The man now told my mother to go. The man left his duty post, went to Iperu, brought a leaf, and gave it to my mother that this leaf, oh, all you need to do is just to squeeze it, rub it on your daughter's leg, and give it to her to drink. My mother told me that time, that me, once I wake up, I'll be pointing because I can't walk. I'm a paralyzed human being on the bed. I can't walk. My mother will just be pointing that, I'll be pointing that they should bring me. My dear fellow citizens, I didn't spend 3 weeks before I started walking. I didn't stay 3 weeks before you see this Chinese chopstick leg that I'll be using to dance all over social media and be using it to run and cause trouble up and down. Did money not fail? So if money could fail people like us, who now wants to bring money to come and buy me and buy my conscience and buy my truth? She's my auntie from Illusion. Who is that? Madam, Auntie Peru, vote for whoever you want to vote for. I'm not campaigning for anybody, okay? I'm not campaigning for anybody. Everybody, my generation, aware. Whatever anybody does, you will reap the fruit of your labor. Anything Babajide has been doing in Lagos for the past 4 years, he has seen his result himself. Any politician, whatever they have been doing in their states in the past 4 to 8 years, they have seen their result. The youth have spoken. Nigerians have spoken. So it is either you go and make amends, you revalidate yourself, or they vote you out. It's very simple. Everybody go collect result for the exam where they do. No matter how much money you think you have, there are some things that money will fail you doing. So nobody can say, don't take this 200 million. Help me convince people. I know they convince anybody, because when people no see, when they carry palliative, COVID palliative keep, una no say make we, una no fight anybody, make them bring palliative out. Then keep palliative, then keep palliative. Emma get to not palliative, Emma they call me to go on la right palliative one now. Palliative one now, wow, the palliative Do you know how many states rice is spoiled? Indomie is spoiled. Do you know the government forced people to, billionaires to donate money? 1 billion, 1 billion. In terms of any government will say alive, make it call on me, and they wait then. 1 B, not be me. Where are the palliative? Palliative disappear. One were a woman for Lagos State House of Assembly. She carried the palliative do birthday. She carried the palliative do birthday. Meanwhile, while we were shouting on social media, when we are swearing for the woman. Our constituency people, they didn't go and report her. The day I saw that woman in Lagos State House of Assembly, Desmond Elliott was asking me that, Madam, do you know this woman?
I said, I don't know, I've never seen her. She said, are you sure? Look at her very well. We don't remember her again. Now they tell me, say, this is the woman you are looking for. Because me, I don't swear anywhere where I see that woman. Are you a budget? I saw the woman sitting beside me. I held her clothes. They said, what are you holding her clothes for? Madam, why are you what fight are you fighting? Our constituency people did not come to report her. All of you were just shouting on social media. There is no documents like this to be able to say, madam, you are a thief, go to your house. How can you be shouting and you expect police, you didn't report to police, and you expect police to come and say, Kilo Shelembe? Even in America, Motiwayo Los America, madam, when you know where this person is and you cause trouble, whether you hit him or he hit you, you can call 911, we're going to show up. We ain't going to show up because you're looking for someone. I look police by this, and that's how it will. Police say no, that's how it will. It's not in their conscience to that's how it will. You see that there is an incident, you call police, then police will come. You cannot call police because you are arguing. If police reach there, I remember Amanda will remember this story very well. We were calling police in America on somebody because that person didn't have documents. We thought we were using London style. Developer say you are calling police because she doesn't have immigration paper. We are not immigration department. You call immigration department. We thought that we wanted to team together to fight that person. We still called immigration. Immigration says she's not on our wanted list. That the day they do their job, then they find out that they are looking for her, and they will call us. You can imagine. You can imagine. So me that I'm from Lagos Island, I will now be fighting for people in Ikorodu. Ikorodu people could not fight for themselves. I was not saying it doesn't mean. I was arguing stupidly and blindly. I said, Komata, they said, madam, if we decide to send her away, because people say she stole Indomie, and same constituency people will come back and say nobody is representing them in the House of Assembly, which is a bigger crime. So my dear people, you see how we have become noisemakers without actions. You see why, Madam Lolo Amaka Charles, let me just block you because you are brainless. Some of you will push me to the point where I will prove. You are telling me, delete, block Lala. You are telling me the Rolex. Who tell you say I collect Rolex from anybody? Oh, show Shieri. Show Feshonku. Do you know that they were telling us that nobody reported? They didn't receive a common petition or a recall. No recall from Ikorodu. Meanwhile, now on a palliative they carry, no be my own palliative. Tori won bi were kan da koko palliative lo ni ko yin bi. O ti fe ku. She Yisha lo fe ko palliative lo le. She na Yisha won carry palliative go in house. How? Which mouth you want take shop the palliative? She awajo en to ma gbe bypass gba oju e, to ma pass drip ode, gba oju e loju ti yin. You understand? So please, let us all get involved. Being true citizens of Nigeria, I'm going to go now in another 5 minutes. Being true citizens of Nigeria goes beyond trolling, attacking, and commenting. Don't be a commentator. Be a partaker. Get involved. Everything that is next to you must be right. If we are 5 and we are all doing it right, definitely we are going to pass that chain. And our government will realize that these people can no longer take this shit. Let us account for their money. Let us account for their funds. Let us give them. So, Sonny Abdul, really, thank you. You know, so let us all partake. Be involved. Don't be a social media troll. Nobody is paying you for that. You are only wasting your life and your money. Every die na die. You know one thought because you dey fear, say DSS will carry, they can't carry you. Your mama or papa or you self, you go sick, then go carry you go hospital, then you go here say oxygen no day due to bad medical system. I weep daily because the people that are supposed to make our country great, that they've taken their life and their time to go to school, they have gone to service other people in their land because their country does not believe in them. Their country does not value their strength. Their country does not give them hope. If Nigeria good, why people they japa? Eh? You don't hear say people leave America can't study for Nigeria before. Now we they go America go study. Now we they go London go study. I know what I faced in my line of business. I know how they discriminated me in this nutrition industry in this country. The kind of nutrition I practice,
pediatric nutrition champion. There is no university that studies it in this country. I even had to go out to spend millions of dollars to acquire those knowledge. Yeah, they will still tell me that, madam, what you are practicing. And this is the new age of medicine, of nutrition. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? A country does not value its own citizen strength. You see, before I go, let me give you one thing I want to liberate you from. Nigerians believe that if you don't struggle, you can't make it. Listen, struggling, hustling is not part of success. Consistency and dedication is part of success. I suffer. That's why you see people, when they go abroad, their mentality changes that really automatically, so these things can be done easily. Our educational system, you will be made to read and study and cram for you to be able to pass. That's the way you can prove that you are a first-class candidate. We believe that your hardship is against the ethics of some people's profession abroad. Your hardship is against the ethics of some people's profession abroad. While you are saying, Nigeria, there's no light, I can perform that surgery, there's no glove, I can maneuver, let me prove my intelligence and my expertise, and let me prove my experience. Go there, no Igbo. You go touch patients without gloves. Bo bare won he, to bari e won he, ba so fun e, wa dismiss here. Wa dismiss here. So we have grown. You must be under the sun. You must serve punishment. My son, my last son, almost got blind in this country. I almost lost my son to blindness in this country. Why? All my son was suffering from. When my son was younger, my son was living with my mom in Port Harcourt. That smoke, haze in Port Harcourt, that thing affected my son. My son developed perennial conjunctivitis. There is no hospital in this country that have not taken my son. There is no eye specialist. Now my pikin make me know, say, ophthalmologist day, optician day, obstetrician day, optecopus day. I was visiting one hospital or the other, and in the name of claiming I'm a loyal citizen, loyal citizen kill you there. I will take my son. They started to dis Orieti Buruton, Ajoji Ugulu Osoro.
Last week.
Èmi ni wọ́n sọ pé orí èmi ti burú. Tó máa fi wọlé ó tún rí ṣe mọ́ láyé ẹ̀. Tó máa fi wọlé ó tún rí ṣe mọ́ láyé ẹ̀. He's in the room.
My God.
I'm busy. Go on, please come and attend to this girl. You 1 week, then I should leave what I'm doing. That's not nice. Do you know that if I go and see this optician, they will tell me a different story. This one will tell me they want to do this surgery. That one will tell me to do this surgery. Until they continuously gave me drugs. One day, my son's system almost shut down. Out of steroids, using steroids. Out of using steroids, my son's system almost shut down. If I take my son to school, once they see his eye, they'll say, this boy has one disease. They'll send him away. My son had a very unstable education at the age of before 10 years old. Unstable education. I took him to boarding school. We had to plead with them to be cooking for him separately. After some time, some parents said, no, how can they be cooking for this one separately? Because he has allergy, this. After some time, problems started. I removed him from that school. This system almost ruined, and this boy is not a Nigerian citizen. Almost ruined my son's life. If we had competent mechanisms, equipment, that equipment would have just been able to detect what was wrong with that child. Like this. Same thing, I carried my son to government hospital. I'm a loyal citizen. I went to do dental. My son broke his teeth just like this. I wanted to fix it and he had an infection. I got to General Hospital Ikeja, dental hospital, dental clinic. Pumping machine is not working. AC is not working. Suction machine is not working. Governor Jide Sanwo-Olu was doing ADC. Daddy Waloshe campaign. I had to come on social media. I started shouting. People have paid for surgery. In the government hospital, they told us to go outside and go and do tests and still bring it. Meanwhile, they tell me that some people have paid for this same scan for over 7-8 months. They've not been able to do it. Until we start shouting. That's when they said, how did just Adetoun get to hospital? They said she came to, we don't know her. We don't know she's an activist. She only came, she only brought her child. That was when they started to fix everything. Must we shout for government to do things right? A lot of people started entering my DM. Madam, thank you for coming to our hospital today. We want to tell you some things. You see that our director is molesting the women. He's just intimidating. They have money. Why must you wait to talk? Why can't you say your truth? Just drop your content. If it's valid, it will fly. On this note, let me leave you people. The basis of this conversation is, Jandor, I can't vote for you. I'm sorry. I'm not telling you to vote for who I vote for. You have a right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. I have only had I pondered openly. I just pondered openly because this is one of, when Atiku Ebuari came, Messiah don't come, oh, we didn't check. Same thing, Jonathan, they don't come, oh, Messiah has come. So this one that we're about to make another change, I said, let me ask question. Let me ask question. We cannot continue to make the same mistake all the time. But about Rosevival, I'm thinking of voting for you, but I want to know who your friends are. Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. If you cannot tell me, I remain for Jide for now. Because I must vote. I must vote. So if I cannot see Rosevival's wife and children, I cannot see something about them, at least visuals. You have a right to privatize your family. But this one that you want to come and start, you want to carry the whole of Lagos State Road. What can you hold? What have you been able to manage as a person? You yourself, what positions have you been able to manage individually? I always tell people, don't give me what I cannot manage. I've said it before. What people cannot manage, don't give them. It's called misappropriation of trust, misappropriation of love, misappropriation of values. Somebody that cannot buy kaya, you carry motor of 50 million, give them. You now come and be shouting, after all I did for you, you are an ingrate. I bought your father AC. The need the AC. Should that the million service AC? If you give me 50 million, you go put 150 million on top of it. So before I decide that I want to hand over my Lagos, as the Yahoo of Lagos, as the person that is eating and working in Lagos, my shop did this Lagos. One instance, vandalized shop, then vandalized my shop to Ajo GIN. I lost over 150 million. So before I go hand over Lagos, if I offend you, no verse, let me ask that question. Whether Rosevival is Calabar or Hausa, it's not by where he's from. It's about his competence. Let him show us what he has managed. Let him show us what he has managed. Yo. Lagos State payback yo, attack yo. Lagos State revenge yo. Lagos State is not a matter of revenge. This is not an issue of APC offend me. I want to revenge you. Let's not, me, I'm not ready to answer. I guess so. You see that English word they call, oh no, I know. I've removed it from my book long time ago. Oh no, I know. If I mistakenly vote you, I will hold you responsible. That's why anybody who see me, they fight government. I vote you. So I have a right to say you are not doing this right. I have a right to say you are not doing it right. But I will not, because Peter Obi has everybody's emotion and attention and pity and love. I will now transfer of trust you. Transfer of love. Everybody should defend themselves.
I also go to the car.
To the car. Okay, open the car for Ashabi. Rosevival, have you been a senator before? Have you been a councillor? Me, I not read. Now you go come take your mouth to talk. Me, Jandor ti kọ pé I'm a hardworking, loving husband, caring father. Ko carry kakan, ko lọ kakan. Anybody where hide palliative go lead down fún yín. All the people where hide palliative food. Aláàárọ̀ ò ní jó dá fún yín. Ọlọ́sàn ò ní jó dá fún yín. Alálẹ̀ ò ní jó dá fún yín. You hide palliative food for common man. You hide them. Some of those palliative wọ́n padà bàjẹ́ ni. What people supposed to they pray for you? People don't know that little prayers amount to something. People don't know. Baba, Baba, on the AC for Ashabi want to enter motor.
People don't know that little prayer amounts to something. That's why you see when they are caught up, wanted to gather. Torí ẹ tó bá sọ pé èpè ò ṣẹ, èpè ń ṣẹ. Wọ́n lè fọ èpè nu ṣẹ, ó máa ń ṣẹ. So on this note, I want to say a big thank you for everyone, 1,100 people live, stable. I appreciate you all. Just like I've said, if I've offended you with this post, I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody. I don't mean to intimidate anybody. I don't mean to oppress anybody. I just took the position of a mother. If they bring my son from school now that my son has committed an offense, I will scold him, I will beat him, and I will still correct him. And every woman out there, that is the way, every woman out there, that is the way you should behave in your society, not only in your home. If you can build your home, you can build your society. If you can build your society, you can build your country. And on this note, let me congratulate every one of you. Let me wish you a happy International Women's Day in advance. It is our day. I have 2 videos for you. Watch out. You need to watch out for those videos. If you haven't liberated yourself, this is an opportunity for you to learn one thing or the other from that video. And I want to plead with you. Now, where person they work in the shop, follow me on Just Adetoun Music on YouTube. Listen to the message that I have for you. Listen to the message I have for you. That message will liberate you. That message would ease a little of your pain. That message will bring just a little comfort. I might not be able to ease your pain completely. I might not be able to give you the total comfort that you need. But if I take out a little of your pain, another thing takes out a little of your pain, you realize that you are a happier person. You see, I wake up every day of my life being happy. My light is hot because I live my truth. Not everybody likes me because I say the truth. And you don't have to like me. What matters most is, am I fulfilling my mission on earth? My mission is to preach peace. My mission is to ensure that there is stability. That's why sometimes people see me. I'll bring some recipes. I'll make us to laugh. Let us play. Let us be happy. Not because we don't have problem. We have problem. But at the same time, don't let your problem overrule you. Because if your problem overrules you, your problem will bring depression. Your problem will bring sickness. And by the time that your testimony or that your miracle come, miracle no go meet me for sickness, yo. Testimony no go meet me for depression. That is the reason why, as you see me, so if you hate me, now you get problem. I no send you make you hate me. Now you want hate me. And I no go fit come preach for you to solve that problem. If you don't like what I talk, please, you have a right to talk. Everybody got teeth. Everybody got mouth. Ha ha. Everybody got voice. Lend your voice. There's no special criteria to lend your voice. I only identified my woman, myself as a woman. I identified my strength and I identified my creature, the way God created me. And I asked God for options. And the options that I have is to live the truth. And that's the reason why. So if you even go and study me as a nature, that as a goddess that I am, you will realize that when it's time for war, I bring war. When it's time for peace, I bring peace. You see, my story, my origin has not changed. It is only me that has chosen to toe the path of Christ, Almighty God. And I thank God. So on this note, enjoy this week. May this week be fruitful. May this week bring blessing. May this week bring solution. And no matter what, don't destroy. I was not compensated, yo. Now, so they don't give you money, they don't give me money. All of us today, we dey count our losses. Now, as you don't see your own money and don't see my own money, all of us are counting our losses. That is why I said I will not be driven by personal sentiment. All of us, they count our losses. So on this note, you contradict yourself. Always hold on. You too, why can't you say the one that you contradict yourself? Why are you here to criticize another person? You to say your own. Say your own. Stop. Say your own. You go carry your mouth to borrow money for Lapo. You use your mouth to borrow money for Lapo. Eh? You use your mouth to borrow money for Lapo. About for where voice cooperative. You are telling me I'm contradicting myself. What about Jagaban of Lagos? People should leave Jagaban alone. I feel it. Everybody is an adult. So let me pray for you before I leave.
I'm going to sing a song for you. Ìlérí agbára rẹ̀ dà, Jésù. Májẹ̀mú agbára rẹ̀ dà. Mo fẹ́ rí ọ. Ìlérí agbára rẹ̀ dà, Kristi. Májẹ̀mú agbára rẹ̀ dà. Ó ṣèlérí agbára nígbà tó ń gòkè lọ. Májẹ̀mú agbára rẹ̀ dà. The covenant of mercy. The key that opens the door of mercy. Àánú tó ń pe àánú ránṣẹ́. Àánú tó ń gbé àánú dìde. Àánú tí ń pa májẹ̀mú rẹ́. Àánú tí ń pa àṣìṣe rẹ́. Àánú tí ń rán ògo níṣẹ́. Àánú tí ń rán àlàáfíà níṣẹ́. Àánú tí ń pe ẹ̀rí kó wá jẹ́ ara rẹ̀. Àánú tí ń fọhùn tí gbogbo èèyàn ó sì dákẹ́. Olúwa, tó bá jẹ́ pé ìwọ la sinmi lé, ìwọ la mọ̀, a ò sì ṣe nǹkan míì, a ò pè ẹlòmíì yàtọ̀ sí ìwọ. Nínú ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí, I prophesy into your life that mercy that communicates will speak, and you would hear mercy speak for you. Mercy will speak for you. Mercy will speak for your children. Mercy will speak upon that sickness. Mercy will speak upon that disappointment. Mercy will speak upon that expectation. Mercy will speak upon you, your life, your finances, your children. Mercy would manifest. Mercy can blow. Mercy is a seed that grows and manifests. Mercy is a flower that grows and blossoms. Mercy is a river that can flow. Mercy is an ocean that nobody can combat with. Mercy is an ocean that you cannot question that why? Why is it me? Why is it you? If truly that is how mercy works, if truly that is who mercy is, if truly that is how the covenant of mercy appears, I speak to everybody that came on this live. Mercy will speak for you in the name of Jesus. You shall call mercy, send mercy on errand, and mercy will deliver. Mercy will not disappoint you. Májẹ̀mú àánú á fọhùn nínú ayé rẹ. Èdìdí àánú á fọhùn nínú ayé rẹ. Ògo àánú á búyọ nínú ayé rẹ. Ẹwà àánú á gbéra dìde nínú ayé rẹ. Nígbà tí gbogbo èèyàn bá ń gbéra, tí wọ́n bá láwọn ti bọ́, wọ́n bọ́ lọ́wọ́ ogun. Mo ti bọ́, mo ti bọ́, mo ti bọ́. Mo ti bọ́ lọ́wọ́ àìsàn o. Mo mi gòkè àlàáfíà lọ. Bó bá fẹ́ lọ jọjà lọ o. When people are taking a decision of turnaround, Lord, I pray your iniquity, your sin, your causes from your paternal and maternal side, they will not rise up against you at that point. I've seen a lot of situations where people want to make progress, but something will just come and draw you back. I pray when the point to make a turnaround for change comes to your life, that unseen spirit, that unseen sin, that unseen covenant will not come and speak and antagonize you in the name of Jesus. I am expecting you to come and share your testimony. There's somebody called Benga on this live video. There's somebody called Benga. You have been dragging your money with somebody. Before the 27th of May, before the 27th of May, that person is going to call you out of the blues and pay you that money. That money is your life. You have depended so much on it. But that thing is holding you down that you can't even, you know, when you are expecting something and you can't even move, you can't even progress. I decree upon your life and I prophesy this minute that Mr. Benga, that person that has been holding you down, that person is going to set you free so that the little you collect, you'll be able to build, you'll be able to grow, it will be able to manifest into your riches in the name of Jesus. I love you all. Take care. Mwah, mwah, mwah. How do they?